So we can either try to attack it, or we can get out of here and come back with a plan.
Let's get out of here.
Because it seems like this is going to continue what it was doing, independent of the mother. And I think that not putting the mother on like super high alert might be the best thing to do. There are people behind us, parasites behind us, who will do shit to us. I say we go try to get to and get through that tunnel that we heard the one running water come through.
All right. Sounds good. Cliff really wants to just kill the mom.
I understand, but
no. It's just Cliff being impatient.
Okay.
It's all good.
So, should we try to roll for this somehow?
Yeah, so you're trying to kind of sneak to that exit with the running water, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, initially I would think this would be act under pressure.
That's what I was thinking.
But right now I'm thinking... You know, go ahead and roll act under pressure for me.
Okay. All of us?
Just you right
or
now.
me? Okay.
Just you alone. No help.
9 flat.
9 flat. The keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
Actually, can I do something?
Yeah, I think you still have the things.
Yeah, so the fortune rolls, I still have those. I'm going to take +1 forward for this and just make it a 10.
On a 10 plus, you do what you set out to do.
Alright, we're going to get the fuck out of here.
So with that, I think you begin to map out a general idea. The creature is kind of just making, like, almost like a guard, kind of like guarding a cat, like very video game style. It is almost just kind of creeping around this thing, and it, just over time, giving it a moment, you see it has a kind of similar pattern of just kind of looking, like slowly moving around the room, waiting, and, you know, just kind of chilling. And you are able to realize that there is a way through the room where you should be able to not make very much noise, or you should be able to get there without, you know, coming into contact with that thing. And as long as you guys are able to not make very much noise, it seems like it will be okay. The course itself, let's say if you imagine the circular room and you are coming in from the bottom, and in the center of the room is the mother, and it is kind of, and then the parasite is just kind of making its way around the room. We will say to the top left is where the government entrance was, and to the top right was where the water was coming through. And you realize you should be able to kind of make your way around the circle, and make your way over there. And very slowly you begin to lead the party through. Kind of very quietly, you are like, let's go this way. And
you know how like when in like Arctic movies where people like or Antarctica movies where people are like stepping on the snow and they say make sure you step in the same steps as me. I'm kind of like planning out the steps to make sure they're like safe and not like falling in. Mm-hmm. Kind of as people are following me.
Mm-hmm. And you are taking one step and then another, and I think that we will say that Luna and Solace begin to follow, and you make your way slowly around the room, and you are making your way around, just kind of lighting up directly ahead of you, but trying to also keep some light on where they're stepping so that they can, you know, still see where you stepped. It's a little tricky because you have to go back and forth, but it is a very slow act. Rest of the group, is there anything you want to do?
I sneeze really loud.
Shit.
Gonna very sloppily eat ice cream.
like a dog, like a very thirsty dog, like slop, 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 slop.
Except Vita doesn't.
I think Cliff silently is still very enamored by the fact that what his golf club did, so he's kind of like hovering his golf club over things and seeing like the crimson disappear or whatever it is.
It wasn't like as it gets close, the crimson like backs up. It was much more like it striking the ground made some of it like dissipate.
Okay. So then, can it be that he lightly touches it and it dissipates?
I think it is still like you have to like, it isn't like you just touch it and it disappears. It is like you have to kind of hit it a little bit.
All right. Well, Cliff is attempting to do that and try to replicate it, and he's just really getting frustrated as he slowly like keeps on following people.
I want somebody to roll to investigate a mystery.
I wasn't kidding when I said I sneezed really loud.
I know.
Okay. Just checking. I have +2 for that.
Go for it.
It's a 9.
9. All right, on a 9, you may hold 1.
What do you guys think?
All of these questions unsettle me for the current situation.
I think it's what is being concealed here because we need to know what the hell it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure. I will say as the group is now slowly moving forward, making their way out, and you are still in the entrance here. I will say now, even kind of noticing that Hold'em's light hasn't caused any alarms. I almost said Deputy Dan myself, geez. Deputy Freeman is going to take out his flashlight and begin to just look around, try to give a little bit of assistance, and but also look around for his own curiosity. And he brings his light over to the mother, and Jeremiah, you can't help but kind of look over it. And it's kind of similar to the weirdness from the weird canal that you guys had kind of discovered before, where there is this neon blue that you would expect, because every neon blue we almost always see is always some sort of electricity that would, glow in the dark or anything like that. But the fact that you need to bring the light over it and it would still be such a saturated color and then it disappears in the dark is still very, very strange. And you just keep studying this sphere in the center. And not only is it this very deep red, but it almost seems like the surface of it is almost continuously moving. Like there seems to be very different hues of red that flow across it, as well as these shots of blue that surround it. And paying very close attention to it, you even now see the entire thing looks smooth, except for one part of it, where sticking out of the sphere is what looks like a small mushroom that seems to be the exact same color, that same bluish color. It doesn't look like any mushroom you've ever seen. In fact, it seems to have very small protrusions on the side, but it looks as if where it would be rooted, it's just stuck onto there.
And it turns to us and goes, "Hi!"
Oh, Jesus. Your mic sound broke. I want to touch it.
You should eat it.
I want to touch it. Can I touch it?
Sure. You have to remember, it's sometimes you guys say something, and I have to assume sometimes you're just joking around. Like I see.
No, I want to touch it.
Sure. How do you want to touch it?
I want to bop it
With your finger?
with my palm.
Your
Bop
Jesus.
it. Twist it.
Okay.
Kind of like a firm little pop. Pop, pop.
Sure. I want you to roll to act under pressure to make your way over to the middle, if you are trying to be sneaky.
That's a 7.
What was that?
A 7?
7. I think with that, so with where you are going, if you want to get as close as you can to it, it is a little high up with how large the room is. So if you want to touch it, you may have to start to climb the stalagmite, which might cause some noise.
Okay.
But if you wanted to try to use an object or something on you to try to reach it and touch it that way, you think you should be able to do that.
I want to use the butt of my hunting rifle.
Sure.
So I'm going to face the rifle towards me.
Yeah. You face the rifle towards you, and you are...
What could go wrong?
Yeah, and you are kind of reaching up with it, and you're going for the mushroom, right? Not the sphere.
No, I'm going for the mushroom, and I'm slipping my finger in and out of the trigger spot in order to balance myself.
Okay. And you...
God damn it.
And I'm purposely positioning myself on a slippery rock.
I actually think you have to hold it, like, very much near the front of the gun
I
to
know,
actually, like, really reach with it. I know.
Yeah.
And you go to give it a very gentle touch, and as you touch it to the mushroom, it doesn't immediately let go. Almost as if the rifle is now stuck to the mushroom.
I yank it.
And you're in this weird kind of in-between where you're like, do I let go of the gun? Or do I try to pull it?
I yank it.
Or you yank it?
I yank it.
Okay.
God, Kelsey just does not care.
Hey, none of y'all are saying shit to stop me, so I'm gonna keep going.
I'm in the front. I can't see the shit.
That's fine.
so-
I'm having a good time. I'm yanking that shroom right off the wall.
I want you to roll...
We are going to die.
I want you to roll... I want you to roll plus
I'm
tough.
here for it.
I'm just trying to liven this shit up. I'm sorry, I'm rolling plus what?
Plus tough.
That's an 11.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Nice and tough. You actually go to pull it a little bit, like you're not quite sure how much force to use at first. You begin to let go of the gun a little bit and see if it'll still hold on. And it still does. Almost to the point where you let go and your gun is just floating midair. Like, despite only, like, very barely touching this mushroom. As if it is on there really hard. And you grab the two ends of the gun and you give it a small pull. And still, it is on there. And so you give it one more pull, and you hear this... All of you hear it, because it kind of echoes through a little bit. It is a very small rip that also, as if you could also hear what sounds like a slight static of a television warped into it, and possibly, or maybe like a slight electrical sound to it, as you rip it off, and you rip the gun down, and still attached to it is the mushroom. And what's weird now is, as the mushroom has come off, that kind of bioluminescent blue is still there, but it slightly fades, and now it no longer sticks to the gun, and it just falls right off. And that is one thing that happens simultaneously with this. And of course, that sound, all of you have noticed it, and Hold'em, you hear it too, and you turn around and see it. And simultaneously, you see that sphere in the center. Any little blue colors that were in there have faded and are completely gone. And
What?
on the other side of the crater, you see opening through the floor the parasite. And it recognizes that someone is right there near the sphere, and it starts running at you, Jeremiah, and in an instant it goes lifeless and falls to the floor.
Whoa.
Can I take the mushroom though? I want the mushroom. I want to like pocket it. Can I have it?
Yeah.
The fuck
Alright.
just happened?
You can cook it.
We
But it's
literally
a
just
nice-
figured out a big old revelation, and Kelsey's just like,
I
or
want
Jeremiah
the
at least is like, I want.
No, it's Kelsey too. I really like mushrooms.
Give me a
Okay,
mushroom.
so again, the sphere in the center we assume to be the mother, right?
That's what you assume, yes.
Is Vita okay?
Let me ask.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Vita, are you okay?
Ah, fuck, man. I'm sorry.
You don't hear him.
Oh no.
I'm punished for I wanting to have a good time. I don't like this.
But you don't feel different. You still feel like you have that radar up. You feel like you can sense, where those parasites were. But the parasite blip that was in front of you is gone. The 2 parasite blips that were far behind you are gone. And the mother is gone.
All Kelsey wanted was a mushroom.
But it's not like it's not working. You feel it. You can sense that it is working. And you don't feel like Vita's gone. It feels like he is just almost non-responsive.
Alright, so maybe he's just a little
But-
stunned.
As if, everything is still working okay.
Maybe if you eat the mushroom.
Oh, no.
I was also thinking eat the mushroom.
How is Junior?
Junior's okay, surprisingly.
Junior's always going to be kicking. What's
Okay.
going to be left at the end of the world are cockroaches and Junior.
Junior is surprisingly okay. Junior is just standing there, kind of just looking around, unsure of what happened.
Can Junior still, hear Vita, or is Vita silent to everyone?
Vita seems silent to everyone, and I not to make you guys upset, but you hear Junior, I guess over the Vita intercom, "Hello, Papa," and Vita is quiet.
Well, not to make us upset. I'm fucking gutted now.
I'm gutted too. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm sorry. I will give you a part of the mushroom, but I don't want to give you the whole thing.
You pick up the
Bruh.
you pick up the mushroom, and it is a weird fucking looking mushroom. It is.
That's why I poked it.
It is this bluish color. It has
This is the most absurd way to get to the climax of this fucking arc.
the little protrusions that you see on the mushroom. You can now very clear see it a little bit more clearly. It looks like this mushroom was in the process of what's the right word of
Growing?
what is it when you make a baby? What's the word that starts with an R?
Reproducing?
Yes, it looks like this mushroom was in the process of reproducing, as if it was building up spores
Budding?
on its top and beginning to bud,
Like SpongeBob.
but it just stopped. And even though it was continuing to live attached to this weird sphere-like shape, it has stopped.
I have a suggestion. I don't know. We don't really know what's going on with the mushroom, and I'm sorry. I'm deeply, deeply sorry. But so what I'm thinking is I'm going to pocket it, okay, and then we should maybe just leave, and then let's see. Wait.
hold on. Okay.
Let's see if maybe getting out of this zone, reawakens. Maybe Vita's in a shock state, or whatever the effect that the mushroom had on the other parasites to make them go down. It might be it could be potentially a proximity thing. We don't know what this crimson shit's doing too, so maybe we need to just get out.
That sphere in the middle that we thought was the mother, did it fall to the ground, or is it still suspended?
No, it is still suspended.
And we're assuming
Yeah,
it's
maybe
the
it's-
mother.
Yeah.
It's like the sleep. It's like the sleep.
It could be
mode.
the mother's
essentially.
nipple. We have no idea what it is.
Well, yeah. Does it look like we could potentially dislodge it, or take it with us, or is it really wedged in there?
It doesn't look really wedged in there. It looks like it's sitting between just these two things, and how it has not fallen off is kind of weird, as it is just stuck between these like 2 points. Like they're not like flat and stuck to it. They're like pretty sharp points.
Yeah.
I mean, I could use... Maybe I could just, like, wedge my golf club in there. Try to, like almost, like, flip it like it's a spatula.
Yeah,
you know?
Go for it.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
And I was laughed at, for the record.
What do you say,
For
Kelsey?
fucking with things on the ceiling. I was laughed at, for the record.
Now it's apparently unlocking.
Yeah,
the
well, I told you.
This is in the middle of the room, not on the ceiling.
Okay, whatever.
I'm being a dick.
Okay, alright.
Alright, what do you want me to roll, Walsh?
Well, what is it exactly you're trying to do? Are you just touching it to it, or are you trying to, like, jam it in there?
I want to try to, like, I want to see if I can, like, lift this thing, like, so that way we can kind of, like, get it out of, like, the socket that
I mean, it's not like a hard socket. Are you trying to kind of, like, hook it like a cane and kind of pull it out?
I mean, I guess, like, I was thinking more like trying to get like the golf club in there and like flip it over like I said, like a spatula. But if it were hooking it, I mean, whatever technique works.
I don't know if I am describing it the best way that I can. I'm gonna draw kind of a picture, and then I'm gonna send that picture. Ooh, I actually have one of those pens that is like different colors. So I can... Oh, wait. No, actually, that's...
Really diversify, make it interesting, yeah.
I've never felt so alone.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I just... It was blue, and it was... I wanted to... I don't know.
You just wanted to touch the blue.
Yeah! I don't know.
It's okay.
And I'm sorry. Like, I didn't want to take your boyfriend away. I just... I wanted the mushroom, man. I like mushrooms!
Do you plan on eating it at least?
I don't know, maybe. I was thinking, like, maybe a soup? I don't know. Like, I wanted the mushroom, and I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's funny.
Walsh sends the drawing that is linked in the description.
That's an asshole, man! Are you telling me I plucked a butt shroom from the ceiling of the mother? God!
That's quite the sentence.
It literally looks like a...
Those are cheeks!
His cheeks!
You're trying to get us to clap ass in the middle of the podcast.
Walsh, I think you should have just said it's between a stalagmite and stalactite.
I didn't say that!
It does.
He did.
Oh, you did?
No, he should have said it's between two cheeks, because that's what it is. God.
Wait, then why did we need a visualization?
Because you were...
I got confused!
Because you were talking about, like, flipping it like a goddamn motherfucking Krabby Patty. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I genuinely had no idea this is what you meant, so I needed this visualization, but I just, up until this moment, realized that those are pointy things and not negative space.
Oh.
Okay.
And the
right.
mushroom was, like, slightly sticking out of it. Like, we'll say... Yeah.
Alright, fine.
So just smack it out of there, man. Don't flip it.
Yeah, I'm knocking this shit out. Whatever. I'm taking my club and I'm hooking this and pulling it out.
Okay, roll plus...
I'm taking the butt plug out of this thing. All right.
Jesus Christ.
We've built up to so much, only to fall so hard. Roll plus tough for me.
It's that is a 7 plus wait, what is it? 8. That's an 8.
Thank God it wasn't a minus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Alright, with that, you hook the golf club in, and you expect to just pull it like a big, just like a basketball, right? And it unlodges from the two protrusions in the ceiling and floor, the stalagmite and stalactite, and you pull it from it where it's lodged, except it doesn't, once it makes contact with the club, it does not unstick. And for a moment, the weight of it throws you off, because you're just expecting the club back where you were, except now it is stuck to the club.
Huh.
Well, I mean, it'll work for now, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Would, like...
If you wanted to try to stick it to something else, like a piece of gum, you could try, but as you are looking at it, as it is now you're kind of holding on to it like a big ladle.
Yeah.
You look at where it is connecting to your club, and everywhere that it is touching, the club is you can very barely see it, but the club is very slowly starting to change color, becoming a slight more pinkish and eventually reddish hue, and is not only sticking but almost getting like pulled into it.
You just lost a weapon.
Can I just start like slamming this against things to kind of get it off?
Sure. Roll plus cool. Roll to act
Gotta
under
look
pressure.
cool while fucking slamming it against the wall.
All right, that is another 7. That's a 7. That's not another 7. That is the first 7.
Okay.
14.
You will be able to get it off of your club, but it will not. It will still work the same way as a weapon. However, the club will not work well as a golfing club anymore.
Oh, that's fine. This thing has taken damage.
You get
Anyway.
it to like you find like a part of the ground that is like maybe has like a slight protrusion, like another stalagmite, and you start to kind of pry it against it, like trying to use it to like get gum off a shoe, and it becomes stuck to the stalagmite, and you use like all of your strength to pull the club off, and you're able to unstick it, but it looks as if a little bit of like the metal has like stuck to the sphere, and the club itself is slightly warped near the bottom, and it is stuck to the stalagmite, but not in the same way where it was previously, where it was at the very tippy top. It is just stuck to the side, and you can see the metal on the surface of the sphere very slowly getting covered with that reddish color and then disappearing within it.
Oop.
Does the fact that I stuck another item against the sphere reawaken something within it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, here we are.
We're leaving.
I mean, I guess.
Somebody roll. Somebody roll. Read a bad situation for me.
I got a
I
plus
want
2.
to.
Yeah, go ahead. You go. Because
I wanna-
I feel like he actually is. Like, he's just been watching
I wanna-
all of us do this.
Yeah, I want to freak out from the distance. That's a 9.
I would freak out from the distance.
All right, 7 and 9. Hold 1.
How the fuck do we get out of here?
Yeah, well, we know that. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
There you go.
As opposed to everything that we have noticed, which is a lot so
The
far.
fucking mushroom. It is now assimilating Jeremiah.
There is no. The mushroom seems like it is no. The mushroom itself is no longer sticky. It is just loose in your pocket. It seemed like whatever that stickiness was a property of the sphere that was sticking it to the gun, as if it was all one together, like one organism together, and then removing the mushroom removed whatever that organism was doing attached to the sphere. But that is besides the point. For the we went with, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? You begin to hear, because at this point I would say it's been a few minutes since that mushroom has been removed. At this point, you hear footsteps very closely coming from the entranceway to the government facility.
Oh.
Hi, this is Chris, and you're listening to the Table Party Podcast. Now, let's get back to the party.
The government doesn't know we're here, or do they?
I want to run because I don't want the government to deal with this kind of shit and see us involved in here and have us get involved. Although we do, fucking Solis is with us though, right?
Yeah, we
Solis
have
and
people
Luna.
from
We
the
do have
government.
people from the government.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm like,
That's
does
right.
the government as a whole know we're here? Can we at least like
So that's the
flash
thing,
some badges
like,
and be like, we're
let's
here?
just note that. Let's just note that both Luna and what's their partner?
Solus.
name? I apologize.
Solus.
Solus. Like, let's note that they're doing this as a favor to us, kind of, because the government is not necessarily, or at least for what we know, is not necessarily cooperating with us.
When
directly.
Luna described it, when they tried to look into more information on a lot of this stuff, a lot of it was behind closed doors or considered even classified for them. And it seemed as if they were very hush-hush, but from what they can even understand is they don't know who to trust. They're worried that there may even be some people that are a part of that government that may even be parasites. They don't know. But a lot of it was even above them that they were having trouble. They were still able to find out about that as if the government was aware that these parasites exist, but wasn't sure what to do with that information. And that even like some information on the order, but they were not able to find out much more else from that. Any kind of interest from it was a little not actually no, they didn't really describe like that they showed interest to it with other people, as much more that they were researching it for themselves because they were unsure who to trust, and now they're kind of with you guys hoping to act and put a stop to whatever's going on.
So, I know this is like us just sitting here trying to decide this is elongating time, but I do want to turn to Luna and Solus and just be like, should we run?
I think that they are a little divided. I think that Solus is like, I think we should get out of here. I think that we messed around, and I think we did good, but a little anticlimactic, if I'm being honest. And Luna's like, no, we can work with them and we can figure this out if whatever Jeremiah just did canceled out those parasites. If there were any parasites within the government, then, or at least even in this building, then the same should have happened to them, right? I think that they are worth trusting right now. Or at the very least, I don't think that they're going to punish us in any way.
But the thing is, I am part parasite. So, do you think I don't think we'd be able to share that information comfortably with them.
No, I wouldn't want to put William at risk in any way.
No, I think we should go.
I think Luna goes up to you, William. And did you share like the Vita is not answering to the whole group, or was that just more like to yourself?
I'll share it with the whole group.
I think Luna is like, is it okay if I try something? It might hurt for a second. But I saw you had you started to heal yourself after everything happened. And I can only assume that's because of the parasite, right?
Yes.
Luna actually pulls out a clothing pin that they have on them and asks for your hand for a moment.
I think I see what's happening. So, yeah, I'll oblige.
They take your hand and I don't know, they always do this in movies where they always poke like the fingertip, and I'm always like, isn't that the most like sensitive area? So but we'll say they poke the fingertip because that one's the most dramatic. And you bleed for a moment, and about 5 or 6 seconds pass, and you keep bleeding. And it is not healing instantly the same way it was when you fought previously.
Well,
William,
I don't know what to do with this information.
Roll plus weird for me.
7.
7. You try to close your eyes and concentrate on Vita. And try to concentrate on something, anything. It's not like there is now like something missing from you. You even still feel like you could access that radar if you wanted to, but it does seem like something is wrong. It seems like, I think only with a 7, it just seems like Vita is at least, you can only hope, temporarily gone, because you could still use some of those senses, but physically it is almost like he is like asleep or out cold, but you have no idea of telling for how long.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. You just wanted the mushroom. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry for the circumstances, but I really wanted that mushroom. I'm not sorry about that part.
I think
you shouldn't be.
I think with that, you see a huge crowd of hazmat suit wearing individuals running in, flashlights on their shoulders and guns in their hands.
And we...
Oh, god damn it. We couldn't run.
It's all Luna's fault.
We run now. We just start running.
Do we run now?
They have guns, though.
No, if we do, they're gonna shoot at us.
They didn't say that.
I know.
You see one person that's a part of the crowd, and they step out from the back of it. And it is a familiar face that you, at least all of you, have seen at some point. They aren't wearing a full hazmat suit like the rest of them. They are wearing actually a button-up, very official, government style suit. And unlike all the other ones that are wearing this huge mask over their face, they are wearing a gas mask that only covers, the nose and the mouth. But it still has the protrusions on the side to help filter the air. Most likely to keep from any of those flakes from entering anything. They have, and you recognize them as someone who you have seen working almost anywhere around Flats, and it is Skylar.
Holy shit.
And she says, guns down. And she kind of holds her hands out. We're not here to hurt anyone. And kind of looking around the room, even seeing the parasite almost just dead on the floor, and the sphere no longer where it was. We just want to talk about what happened here. Because a whole lot of people, including the people, or a couple people in our building, just fell to the floor dead. And I can only assume that it had to do with the parasitic entity that was happening down here.
I just sidestep behind whoever's nearest to kind of hide myself. Just very slowly.
Okay.
And I think, the room is still very dark. The only thing still lighting it at this point, the thing lighting it now, it is most lit now by the armed men who have put their guns down and have the flashlights on their shoulders. And you hear a very quiet scampering of little feet as all of you know and recognize that as Junior. Junior makes a run for one of the tunnels. And all of the men look around with their flashlights, but they don't quite see what that was, as everyone who is standing here is still there.
Can I just share something really quick?
Sure.
For whatever reason, I guess because of the initial creation of Junior and how he was an arm severed and fallen off, every time we talk about Junior, in my brain, he's the hamburger helper glove.
Jesus Christ.
And I can't unsee, even though Junior's evolving, in my brain, in any of these moments, so I picture all the FBI agents with their lights, and just a brief swift shadow of the hamburger helper glove running into a tunnel.
Imagine imagine a dog, and now imagine the head of the dog is the hamburger helper glove.
Yeah, that's essentially, yeah.
That's it.
So, I just wanted to share that with everyone, because I can't, shake that that's what I see. Okay. Moving on.
Now, if you'd all come upstairs with us for a moment, we just want to talk about what you did and what just happened.
I turn to Luna and Solis, and I kind of without saying anything, just with my eyes go, should we do this?
I think Luna sees you, and then slightly loud enough that, even they'll hear, but Luna still says, I kind of almost to you and to everyone, I understand everybody's hesitation. And kind of looks to Skylar. And it is weird because Skylar, looks like a younger person, but Luna almost looks to them like a superior. I will make sure that nothing bad happens to any of you.
think we have to go.
Well, let's do it.
Actually, Luna then looks to you, looks to the tunnel, and then Luna looks to you and says, "Or," and then looks to the tunnel, and then looks to the gun on her hip, kind of like putting her hand slightly near it, and then looks to you again, kind of insinuating, "Or if you want to run, I will cover you."
Shit.
Oh,
I say we run.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I can't say. I don't know.
Do all of
I
us?
don't know.
Wait, do all of us have to comply?
I don't know.
See, with William, it's kind of like he needs to go follow Junior.
Yeah. So if you guys want, okay, wait, I have an idea. If you guys want to like comply with the feds and go, and then that way also like Solus and whatever her name is, the other one,
Luna.
Luna. That if they cover you and like make sure you're good, I'll take off with William.
I will step forward and even offer that.
Well, here's the thing, though. We're basically killing off Luna.
No.
That's what's happening.
Not necessarily.
That's what decision we're making.
If you went like, let's say Hold'em and Cliff decide, let's go with them. We will tell them what's going on. Jeremiah and William
escape.
Leave.
Yeah.
Let's negotiate.
Let's
Yes.
negotiate. Let's have that conversation.
I'm gonna slip out while you do that.
I can,
Okay.
like in real life, or
No, like no, I'm taking a tunnel.
okay. I can tell you everything that you would want to know that happened down here.
Skylar steps forward.
It can be,
Go ahead, continue.
and I can, Cliff and I can both tell you if, we can come with. We will comply. We'll have the information that you need.
I appreciate that. We're just going to go talk for a moment. No one is going to be held against their will. No one is being arrested here.
Okay, then I'm definitely leaving.
No one is being prosecuted or nothing bad is going to happen. We kind of gesturing around, we came armed down here because this, and then kind of looking around at the other dead hazmat suits, this is a dangerous place to be. But it seems as if, and then looking to Luna, it seems as if your group here has done something that has taken care of every single parasite that we have been following. And if you are hesitant, I understand, but I am hesitant with people leaving a scene of extraterrestrial activity without at least letting us see them. We don't know what dangers are going on down here. We don't know what, and then kind of almost gesturing to the sphere, what that thing is capable of.
Well, don't touch it. We tried that. Don't touch it.
Just this awkward kind of silence for a moment. No one is in trouble. We're just I just want to talk to each of you and understand what exactly happened.
Can I roll to yeet?
Sure, go ahead. Roll to act under pressure.
It's an 11.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
All right. So are you going for like a full run? Or
Yeah.
are you
I want it to
trying
be
like
like-
sneak?
I want it to seem like I was almost trying to sneak, but I'm like so blowing it. But like I get like I rolled an 11, so it should be successful, right? Right, DM? It should be. It should be fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Are
cool.
you? What tunnel are you going for? Just like a
Whichever one
random
Junior.
one, or?
I'm kind of doing this like this isn't completely selfless and stupid, even though I'm behaving that way. I do want to kind of help William track down Junior if that's a concern. So I was hoping to throw myself in whatever direction Junior went in.
Sure. Yeah, you run down the tunnel, and you.
I kind of picture it like a Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow run, where I'm like ridiculous.
So there was the tunnel that the running water was coming from. Junior did not go down that tunnel.
Okay.
Junior went down a different tunnel.
I
And
would,
you still want to go down Junior's tunnel?
well, all right. Well, let's read between the lines a little bit. Do we know anything else besides that there's water running through that one tunnel? Are we saying that there's like it's blocked off from me going through it?
No, not at all. I'm just saying that when you guys were wondering, what's the best way out, that seemed like the best way out, considering that there seemed to be sound or something on down that tunnel.
I'm curious to see what Junior... Like, I feel like a concern is getting Junior, so I don't care as much about getting out. I care more about getting Junior, and then if I get Junior, I can work my way out with Junior.
Sure. You make a run for Junior's tunnel. And I think that immediately brings up, like, alarm for everybody, and all of a sudden the tension is right back up.
Sorry. I think it's so funny.
Like literally, like they're all there's an army.
I know.
Gun,
Hey, I've run from worse.
Like,
I'm fine.
I would say there's probably about 10 of them. You begin running down that tunnel, and left in the room, Skylar kind of takes charge of the moment. Like, nobody move, everyone stay exactly where you are. And begins to step forward, and all of the men around her, or at least the individuals in the hazmat suits, start to have their guns at the ready, but aren't immediately just like pointing them in your faces, just kind of aren't as relaxed with them as they were a moment ago. And they are kind of just surrounding your group for a moment, as Skylar seems to talk to two of the people in the hazmat suits and tell them and gestures down the tunnel that Jeremiah had just run down, and they go to follow behind. And now, from Jeremiah's point of view, we see Jeremiah running through the tunnel at an incredible speed for Jeremiah. Like, you wouldn't expect Jeremiah to be running with this amount of skill. And Jeremiah, he's making moves, he's running, and you eventually get to a point where the tunnel splits for a moment, and you hear a very slight whimper coming from the left.
Does it sound like Junior?
It does.
Then I go towards Junior.
And you go towards the you go towards the left, and there in the tunnel is Junior, a little out of breath, and you guys have a moment, and Junior says, I'm sorry, they look scary, and I don't think I'm a normal looking thing. I think that I don't know what they'll do.
So I don't say anything, but I offer to Junior a moment of comfort, but only if he wants. No forced hugging. We're all about teaching children consent these days.
Yeah, you kind of like bring your hand down as if he's kind of like a dog and you're unsure kind of what to do, and he kind of like motions his head forward as if like it's okay, and you kind of pet him for a moment. And it is weird because it is like a hairless dog.
And it's a fucking glove too. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just you feel the fabric of the hamburger helper glove. But no, you feel the
Touch its little red nose.
Yeah.
You feel the the flesh of Junior's head and back. At this point, he has taken on much more the characteristics of a dog, and there are hairless dogs out there, so it's not that crazy of a concept. But he still does look fucking weird, and he at this point you could probably walk him down the street, you'd get some looks, and people would be like, "Oh my god, what happened to your dog?" But yeah.
Is he a small enough sized dog where you can like scoop him up or no?
Yeah, I would say so. Because I would say like look at your arm from like halfway halfway between the elbow and the shoulder down, and that's about as much body mass as this thing is.
Okay. So then can I just scoop him up and like work my way towards the exit tunnel then? If he goes with me?
Sure. Let's say you scoop him up. And
also, where's William? I don't know if William came with us.
I did not move.
You didn't move. So, like, are we moving too far forward in this series of events, or is this all happening all at once?
So I will say, roll for me plus charm.
I'm gonna have to bullshit my way out of the feds picking me up, aren't I? That's a 14.
Holy shit! You are
wow.
You are incredibly
fucking
confident
Christ
in the fact that you could scoop up Junior and keep him like in your jacket and possibly even get through a police-style investigation without anyone noticing that he's on you.
I am completely fine with that.
I say police-style investigation like, like you sit down and they ask you questions. More interrogation, not like they are like gonna search you.
Right, yeah, no, so I'm if Junior agrees that I keep him close to me just to get through what we need to get through in order to get out of here, then that is the route I am going to take.
Okay. If I go back to the room with the rest of you guys, is there anything that you want to do or anything that you are looking at or anything that you are trying to do? Or are you kind of just waiting a moment in this tense situation to see what happens?
I'm as still as a statue. I don't want to provoke anything.
Me running in the other direction.
Cliff has always, I think, not wanted to fuck that much with authority. And I'm
going to repeat
standing
again,
still at the moment.
we will tell you what you need to know. He's just some weird politician. He's used to running from things.
Am I working my way back while this conversation's happening?
I think Skylar's like, I've been trying to pay a little bit attention. I know things have been a bit strange around Flats. That's why that's why you've seen me in so many places, at least trying to keep an eye for any weird things happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think, even the politician, I don't think you have any real malice behind you. And I think you mean well.
I'm back in the room. They're talking to me.
Jeremiah, if you will, I think you guys then see Jeremiah come back empty-handed with the two individuals in the hazmat suits a little bit more compliant than he was previously. Just, much more chill.
I announce, I look down, I say sorry, I look down at my hand and I rub like my pointer and thumb together and like blow on it and like reach up towards my face and I say, drop the contacts. and then just like stand there, compliant.
I think like the whole room just stares at you. Like, and you know what? I then even think like Deputy Freeman is like, yeah, and then you had to find a bathroom to put it back in, right?
And I
You need a mirror?
look at him, and I make like a face, like you just shut the fuck. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm trying to help. Okay.
Shh.
And then like maybe thinking he can help in a different way, kind of looks at Skylar. Oh, by the way, I am a deputy of the law. So it's
All started with a mushroom.
it's okay.
Shh. Don't tell him about the mushroom. I don't want to give up the mushroom.
And then
That wasn't me.
Skylar's
That
like,
wasn't holding
okay,
me.
Oh, okay.
why don't we work our way upstairs and we can talk for a moment.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't think we're getting anywhere in this cave.
Table Party has been brought to you by Team Chaos Productions. Find us on Twitter at The Table Party and at Team Chaos Pods, or on Instagram at Team Chaos Productions. See you again soon.
So
I am so scared.
we should stop.
Audience, get ready for a special guest next session,
Oh?
which will be Skylar.
Ah. Okay, alright.
There you go.
Do we hit stop?
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to stop my recording.
Cool.